What's up, everybody? We back in this thing again, man. Our Dallas Mavericks, man, they keep fighting, man. They found a way to get a win, 111 to 103, man, against the Pelicans. I don't know how, but we did it. We're here to talk about it. And here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam, man? This is your boy, John. Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. Sit back, relax, let that be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on?
Man, nothing much, man. We back in this thing, man. The Mavericks found a way to get a win. But great pickup, man. Moses Brown. It's a great pickup. We kept asking for a body. We just need a big body. And he was exactly what the doctor ordered. His length was incredible tonight. Does he play frail on the offensive end? Yes.
That's not what we got him for.
Is he uncoordinated? Yes. Is he sloppy? Yes. But that ain't what we got him for. We need him to get in the way. He's almost 7'5", whatever he is.
7'2".
Just get in the way. And the moment he was in there, Zion Williamson was lost. Just having to shoot over that length, he was lost. And Dallas played good, man. It was good to have PJ Washington back. He was sorely missed. It's good to have him back. He played well tonight, man. Najee played well. Kyrie put up good numbers. It was sloppy, but he got it. He got it done. Got it done. He kept shooting them up there till he got something to fall. But they found a way to get a win, man. Max Christie is staying consistent. I guess this is who he is. We got a good sample size of his play, and he's that 16, 17 point guy. I think he's gonna have average even more once AD gets back. Just the share of what AD is going to command. So this team here, we know what they can be defensively. We've seen the sample size. It's still a little shaky offensively, especially if Kyrie goes through one of those cold spells. It's like, we trying to find somebody to score. But man, they got it done, man. And we look at it coming off the break. if you ever seen a team play without a center,
That's the work.
it is nasty, and they have to muck it up. If you want to win, you're undersized. The only way you can is muck it up. Now, if New Orleans was smart, you just would have been going down low all game and just live and die down low because Dallas have to come help. Somebody's going to be open. You know, but as we look into this game, man, the free throws were pretty even. Dallas shot 27, Pelicans shot 25 free throws, but the Pelicans only shot 29% from three. Dallas shot 36, which is around league average, and which is surprising with because Kyrie was chunking the things, he was chunking them up there, which is surprising. They got us on the rebounds. Turnovers were pretty even. They had 14, we had 13. So no team, but I think we had more points off of turnovers. So, they killed us on points in the paint. So, it's one of those muck it up type of games. They don't have a point guard, so we took advantage of that. Somebody who know where to get the ball to, when to get the ball there. But man, what was your take on the game?
Yeah, man, it's 111-103 win, man, and we winning by any means necessary.
Ain't got no choice.
By any means necessary. And I really can't remember a team not really just having a big, like, in uniform. I really can't remember a team that's, when you go out there, you don't have a 7-footer in uniform. And we went through a stretch with about 3 to 5 games. We didn't have not a big, nobody even, not even somebody that was 6'10" out there. And then we went and got what's that young guy name?
We got him from the G League. I can't remember,
G
buddy.
League. Kyler Kelly.
Yes, his name.
Sheesh. He was so awful. You couldn't even put him out there. So you had to go with 6'8" guys.
He just was lost.
He just lost. Like,
he didn't know
what to do.
He didn't know where to help, when not to help. He didn't know
when to crash. Nothing.
Like, my biggest thing is this: if I'm young fella and I'm coming to a team, I'm coming from the G League, I'm gonna put my focus into something.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't bring me here to score. They didn't bring me here to do none of that. They brought me here for sure size, and I'm going to give them that. And I'm going to sell out on blocking shots and rebounding
and hustling. That's
point blank. Period.
And you don't have to know it. That's not skill set in that. It's pure hustle.
That's just pure common sense. When you're looking at the team and you're saying, "Oh, I'm obviously here because they just don't have size. All of their bigs are hurt." That's just common sense. Evidently, they need somebody to help rebound and protect the rim. Let me do that. And he would just be so out of place to where he couldn't even protect the rim because he's out of position.
Yeah, he's so far out the box that.
And so you have Kyrie go up to him and be like, "Hey, you got to go help on that. Like, it's a small down there. Like, you have to, go. Yeah. You got to be in position to go help." And he just like, "Well, I'm over here on my man," and it's just like, dude, you have to sell out to block the shot. We brought you here for that, bro. There's a 6'5" dude on a 6'10" dude under here.
Come on.
What do you think will happen? What do you think is going to happen?
But yeah, he kid tried to put him out there and tried to, see what if he'll come around, and
He
it
gave him a
just
shot.
wasn't happening.
He gave him
And
a shot for sure.
so I'm glad they finally went and got Moses Brown, 7'2" guy. He's been here before, previously, long, athletic. Coordinator is not the best, but he makes his presence big.
He knows why he's out there.
He's
When Zion was driving, he knew exactly where he needed to be.
I'll make myself big.
My job is to help. We're
Facts.
undersized. Point blank, period. We're undersized.
And so, yeah. So in the minutes that he only played, what, 15 minutes or so? No. Oh, no, he put 12 minutes. So he only played 12 minutes, but it was, it was pretty productive, especially, your first game out there, things of that nature. He's been in the league for a minute, just trying to hang on, so catch on somewhere. But man, shout out to PJ, man. He came out hot after his layoff, man. He was sorely missed.
He didn't show no rust.
He didn't show no rust, man. He had a 20-point first half. Then, man, I really like Max Christie, man.
Young fella consistent. Young fella.
He's consistent. And of course, we didn't cover, much of the Lakers games, but he got some things in his bag, man. He can actually get his own bucket, man. And he could have been doing this in LA, and we just haven't been privy to it. But to see it here,
well, I think he said it best. He said that the systems are different. So here it's more of a free flowing offense in Dallas,
right?
So that means anybody who gets the rebound, besides the center, can push the ball. Versus LA, they're looking to outlet the ball to the ball handler. So you either outletting to Austin Reeves or LeBron or things like that, and you're just basically a floor spacer.
Right.
Here in Dallas, they will run the pick and roll with anybody. It don't make a difference. Kyrie runs it, Najee runs it, PJ runs it, Max Christie runs it, Spencer. Yeah. It don't matter who in Dallas. They will run the pick and roll. Whoever got the right matchup, they're gonna run the pick and roll. That's who's gonna operate. Fine. And I think that makes that's a good thing to have, but also that's a scary kind of thing to have because too much freedom brings about a lot of turnovers and a lot of mistakes. But
quite a few of them tonight.
Young fella, he is consistent, and I like that he doesn't play outside himself.
Facts.
Even though he has the freedom, he doesn't do weird things. It's not like, okay, man, why are you shooting that? Like, that shot don't make no sense. Like, you look uncomfortable shooting this shot.
Yeah.
Like, you like Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, Spencer Dinwiddie tonight, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Dinwiddie played 25 minutes and gave us 0 points. I mean, he shot 3 after 3 after 3, air ball, air rocket. And I'm like, dude, stop shooting them and just drive. And then the thing about it was he was playmaking pretty good. He had 8 assists. Keep doing that. Keep setting your teammates up. Why are you chunking up threes? And you hadn't hit one. And it's totally unnecessary for you to even show them. Look for guys who got it going.
Yeah, offense wasn't the problem tonight.
But I mean, with a team like this, we know we're going to have troubles. We're going to have trouble stopping teams because we're undersized.
Right.
That's point blank. You're going to give up some offensive rebounds. You're going to give up some points inside. But you got to take care of the ball, and you got to take smart shots. You just do. And those long bombs you shooting, bouncing off the rim, and now they in transition, hurts your team.
You see, during the closing time, he's rearing right over there on that bench,
as he should have been. As he should have been. He should have been over there standing in the tunnel with Nico, where Nico hiding it. Nico not even sitting down no more.
He better not sit down, boy.
Nico over there
You
standing.
still gonna put hands on him.
He over there standing and looking to run somewhere just in case something pop off. Boy, Nico look uncomfortable.
Boy, you talking about
every time they showed him on the camera, he looks uncomfortable. He does not look uncomfortable. He's not watching the game. He's not even enjoying the game.
Bro, you should have just stayed home at this
that
point.
Man is there for formalities. Like, I'm just here.
It's my job. That's it. I'm not doing it. Nothing about this.
He did not expect the backlash he got from this.
Him or the governor.
He did not expect the governor and the owners. They don't care. They like whatever.
But what was funny when they came out? Not this game. It was the previous game right before the break, and they came out there and was trying to sit down and make their entrance, and the fans were letting them have it.
Oh, they got booed. That's why Nico didn't. That's why he don't sit out like where he could be seen. Because if he walked out there like he did last time, they're gonna boo him. And so the owners, they don't care because they don't care nothing about basketball
at all.
They can care less. When they seen this opportunity to buy the Mavericks, they just seen another business venture.
That's
like, oh man, this is another big time business venture. That's all they see. They don't have a love for the sport. They don't have a love for the game, let alone the team or the players. They don't care. They don't care. They almost like a Jerry Jones. Like, I don't care. Like, if we win or lose.
If we make money, that's all.
Like, how the money look.
That's it.
That's it. The only people who be truly caring is the fans.
That's facts.
Who be truly caring about who winning, how we winning, what players we lose, what players we keep, everything. Like, we the only people that truly keep up with that and care about that.
Facts.
Like, most ownerships, man, they don't care. And wonder why your team doesn't compete for championships.
Look upstairs. Look upstairs. Stars upstairs.
You don't care about the sport that you're owning. Like, if you're a basketball owner and you own a franchise, you don't care about basketball. You can care less. The Mavericks won the championship in 2011 because Mark Cuban cared about basketball. He wanted to win.
Facts.
And so he went out and got the necessary pieces to compete to win.
Facts.
He paid luxury tax so that we can have players on the team. That we could try to win. This team here, they's not paying it. And they're gonna and they're gonna stay on the second apron. And I'm gonna tell y'all to be leery. Because if we don't win this year, guys, some more guys gonna be gone. They're eyeballing Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Well, I think even right now, if we
because you gotta pay Kyrie.
Yeah, pay Kyrie. I think they're gonna try to keep Kyrie around. I think as it stands, right?
It's not gonna be Kyrie. It's gonna be people like PJ Washington.
Yeah, and Gafford. I think he's coming up. He's due.
And then
shout out fam, man.
Shout out fam, man. He had a good question. He said, do you guys feel like the new owners will move the team to Vegas? I feel like if their first option falls through, their ideal was to come to Dallas and build almost a mini Vegas in Dallas. They wanted to make Dallas more of a tourist attraction by being able to have some casinos, and restaurants, et cetera, et cetera. But, you can't gamble, in Texas is illegal. So they're trying to get Texas to pass the bill so you can be able to gamble. Therefore, you can build casinos. But Texas isn't budging. So
real conservative.
The reason why a lot of people feel like Luka was moved was to bring a downpour to the franchise to where they can justify moving the team. So the owners are basically holding this over the mayor's head, things like that, to say, hey, we'll move this team, which will cause the city to lose a lot of revenue.
Millions.
A lot of revenue, a lot of jobs will be lost, a lot of stuff will be lost. And the cachet of the city will go down. Because now, when you lose a sports team, that brings your city down. And so he's basically holding over their head because they care about businesses. They just want to build businesses so we can make money.
That's it.
I don't really care. Like when they moved Luka, they was like, whatever. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, we gonna save money? Cool. Like, whatever. Like, they don't care like how good he is. They don't care we just went to the finals. They don't care about none of that.
Mm-mm.
So, there's a good chance that they could be moving the team in the future. I would say if they can get this bill passed, I wouldn't be surprised within the next three years that they're really trying to make a press to move this team. Because you have to look at it like this. Kyrie is aging. Kyrie is what, 33, 32?
33. Yeah.
Anthony Davis is what, 32, 33? They got what, a good solid 3 more years?
At this level, yeah.
At the high level that they're playing, when they're gone, what do you have? Who do you have that you can hang the franchise on? That you can build around? It won't be another superstar. Now you'll be a team looking for another superstar. You'll be a bottom feeding team like Portland and Charlotte.
Facts.
And the Brooklyn Nets. Like, you'll be one of those teams.
Yeah.
Because you like, what do you have after that?
I mean, it's all about the dollar bills and viewership. And if you become a bottom feeding team, the NBA is about their money. And
so their thing, if Kyrie and AD, when they retire, which will probably be in the next 4 to 5 years, when they retire and Dallas has no superstar, and they're the bottom of the league for his record, for his ratings, the NBA would actually promote them to move in hopes to get the ratings back up for the team.
mm-hmm.
The NBA only cares about ratings. How many people watching you? How many people viewing you? And the ownership is saying, man, we'll move everybody, and drown these ratings.
Yeah.
And then the NBA won't have a problem with moving the team.
And if they don't want to budge, they'll do like they did the Clippers and step in and take ownership of the team.
Well, the owners, they're all for it. Like,
but I'm just saying, if you bottom feeding just too long and you're just
they won't. They'll actually make the move. The owners will actually make the move.
Do they have an arena in Vegas? Oh yeah, no.
They got a football arena, but
I don't know if they have a basketball arena. I know
the money to build an arena won't be an issue for these guys.
No, I know that. I didn't know if there was one that was already.
No, they're gonna build.
Present.
They're gonna build a new one. You're talking about these new owners. They sitting on top of $60 billion. Like,
nah, this they toys.
Like, they messing with this like a toy. Like, this ain't nothing. Like,
and they not gonna pay for it anyway.
They won't pay for it. They'll make the people in the city pay for it.
Yep.
Just like Jerry Jones.
Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
They all on the same block. Literally on the same block. And then the old stadium is literally across the street. dark and unused.
Man, we got to enjoy the days we got because our future isn't looking bright. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Especially because the roof leaking in the joint and everything.
Well, I'm saying after Kyrie and AD era,
Yeah, it's gonna be bleak, man, unless we luck up and
unless we look up and be able to get another star some kind of way, whether we draft a guy and he ends up becoming that, or
yeah.
we're able to trade. Right now, Nico is only trying to trade for older guys.
Yeah, so
So
I think next year with KD will be here. That's my take.
they
It's
pressing
gonna
for it, man,
it's gonna be Team Nike in here,
for sure. Outside of Kyrie.
But I mean, initially
Yeah, he started with
he was
Nike.
he started with Nike, so it's gonna be Team Nike in here. So it's gonna be AD, Kyrie, KD, because pretty much KD is out of Phoenix, especially after they tried to trade him at the deadline.
Phoenix is I don't know what Phoenix is doing. I don't know.
Phoenix is man, they oh
And
man,
I don't know why they're not better than what they are.
they're in
And
the 11th spot.
I know one reason why is because you don't have leadership.
Mm-hmm.
That's one reason why. And then two, you have a bunch of ISO players. So KD's an
point
ISO
guard.
guy, Booker is, Bill is, and they have a point guard, but he's not able to play point guard. He just brings the ball up, pass it off, and go sit in the corner.
That's showing.
So, like, that's going to be a waste.
29.
If KD leaves, Budenholzer, the coach, he's out of there.
He's out of there. Facts.
Because
they
they're
gonna
looking.
blaming him.
The coach is always the first to go.
Yeah,
always. And
that's
the deal about Jason Kidd. He's in a tough spot, right? Because if this blows up, every move that's been made in the Mavericks franchise, if it blows up, Kidd knows he's going to be the blame and he's going to be the first to go. That's why, as a coach, you really hate when moves are made and you're not notified.
Facts.
That's why his face looked like it looked in that press conference.
It was hot
when he said, "Yeah, Jay Kidd didn't know nothing about this," and Kidd didn't utter one word in the press conference. He just sat there, and his face was red.
Nah, man. Yeah, that's how I go, man. In professional sports, man, the coaches is the first one to go, even though it's the front office doing.
I mean, for sure, but this team here, man, they have a lot of potential to be good now.
Yeah,
and they need to strike now.
Yeah.
They are a championship team. If they're healthy, they are a championship team. But healthy.
That's the key. That's the key out of all this. That's the key point.
Now the news broke that AD will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. I don't know what to make of this. That means sometime in March, which I figured Daniel Gafford won't be back until playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, we hadn't heard no news on Derek Lively.
They haven't said anything about it.
Because they said 4 to 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. And we have reached that. And we hadn't heard anything like, hey, he had a setback, or hey, he's getting closer, or we hadn't heard no news. They just got really quiet on the Derek Lively. And word come out is Nico was trying to make the KD move too. And I heard Lively was involved in that move. Along with the pick that they got from the Lakers. And I believe with some other guys like PJ and et cetera.
This guy here, man. It,
So
he must owe some bookies some money or something, man.
nah, man, he worked for some bookies. They come from Vegas.
I mean, like it's.
They're telling him, hey, we want to be under this certain margin as far as salary. So he's saying, okay, well, only way I'm gonna get up under that certain margin is either I'm gonna get some less talented guys, or I'm gonna get some talented guys, but they're gonna be older. And their primary focus is gonna be just winning. KD, Kyrie, now they're in the end part of their career.
Mm-hmm.
They're just concerned about winning right now. They're not concerned about how much they get paid.
Right.
They some of them even willing to take a pay cut.
Pay cut, yeah.
Because they just want to win. And so he's decided to go that route. This move was pressed up on him by ownership. This just wasn't Nico's deal here. Ownership wants to keep the money. They don't want to pay no supermax. They don't want to do anything like that.
Got another Donald Sterling on our hand.
Well, Donald Sterling, he was paying this guy. Donald Sterling
wasn't paying them guys.
He just was racist.
No, he wasn't paying them guys, man.
No, it was Doc Rivers' decision. Like the move Blake Griffin, that was Doc. Doc moved the guy, traded him to Detroit.
That was all she wrote.
Donald Sterling just was racist.
Even before Doc Rivers, like players previously, man, like when they get to the end of their rookie deal, he wouldn't re-sign them.
I mean, yeah, but the Clippers never really had talent like that. The Clippers haven't been known to have talent like that.
But when you really haven't re-signed nobody,
I mean, the guy was racist for sure, without question. Donald Sterling.
He had them showering at the YMCA, man.
Had them showering in the YMCA. Had them practicing at the Y.
Why?
They couldn't even practice at UCLA. I said, man.
Yeah, so you know, I got a lot of that in that. I'm not saying they racist because we don't know enough about them, but
we know Donald Sterling racist.
Yeah, he's racist. He's grade A racist.
We heard him on tape.
But I'm just saying, like, just actually caring for your team or caring for your players.
I mean,
they off to a bad start.
You can tell what franchise actually, take care of their players.
But it's going from a stark contrast from one owner that'll go all out for his team, the players, things of that nature, to now it's the opposite. It's the total opposite.
Well, it's stemmed off of, do you really love the game of basketball?
Mm-hmm.
And do you really care about winning? That's what it stems off of. Because if you care about winning and you love the game of basketball, then you're trying to find every advantage or every edge you can give yourself to win. And if that means I need to take better care of my players, then I'm going to do that. Because if I feel like that's going to help me to win by giving them a chef, by making sure that they have these different amenities and making sure they got good places to practice, all this different stuff, et cetera, that you can go down the list. That's come from good ownership. And they want to win. That's why you only see a certain amount of teams who really can compete year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why, man, this team here, man, they never, why my team never competing?
Look upstairs.
Ownership don't really care about winning. They care about being famous. They care about Hollywood.
Facts.
AKA Jerry Jones. I call him Mr. Hollywood because that's all he care about.
That's all he care about.
The limelight. That's the only thing that he's worried about.
And that bottom line.
So now you have the same type of owners here in Dallas who only care about, the bottom line, man. Where the money at? Hey, man, keep us under that second apron. Because they look at, if you go above that second apron in the NBA, you're heavily penalized.
Yeah, that luxury tax is.
And so he's looking at that like, man, no. Mm-mm.
But I guess they don't. Well, they don't care to realize that if you win, that covers that.
Well, they don't care because, and not only cover it, but you make up so much more because how packed your game is going to be.
Exposure. Because I think we had like a 10-year streak of sold out home games, and it's been broken.
Yeah, that's definitely been broken because you see some empty season. Definitely been broken. They had people. A lot of people sold their season tickets.
Yeah, they sold it back.
They sold it back to the team. Now the Mavericks are holding the sale for tickets now.
Yeah, you can go to a game pretty cheap now, for sure.
You can get a decent seat, I heard, for $100 some
$100 or less.
So like
and some sites you can get less, and
for
you
sure,
be in 100 level.
For sure, man. So man, that's where we are. The Mavericks are scrapping. Now the New Orleans Pelicans, man, I don't know what's going on over there, man. But y'all 13-43,
Bro.
and y'all have some talent.
Y'all dead last in the West. Are they dead last in the league?
They are dead last.
So they're second to last in the league. Only team worse is Washington, the Wizards. Wizards won 9 games.
Now, if they smart, they'll tank that thing.
Might as well at this point. You ain't catching nothing.
I heard Cooper Flag say he might stay, depending on the team. He might stay.
Hey, because the money he making in college.
Yeah, the NIL is crazy.
So you want to make sure you put yourself in the best situation. You don't want to go somewhere.
He's already making $2-3 million. So he like, I'm straight. I ain't hurting. Or whatever. I just want to go to the right situation. I want to go to the right team to where we can. They really believe in building a team. Some of these teams, man, they don't believe in building no team, man. They just roll out whatever they can roll out.
So let's dive into that a little bit, man. Especially for New Orleans, because they do have some talent, man.
They do, for sure.
What do you think is like going on there, man? Just outside looking in, because it's I was thinking about that during the game. I'm like, they really have some talented pieces here, but it just
like Trey Murphy, PJ, like they got talented guys for sure.
There. And it's just not coming together, man. Especially this year, it fell by the wayside. I think Willie Green is a pretty good coach. Man,
this is where it draws down to, though. Ownership, and do Zion really make guys better?
No, you don't.
Does his presence on the floor elevate the players around him? Yeah, he gets his. Yeah, he's a force. But the players around him don't seem to be playing better with him on the floor. And we have a lot of guys in the league like that who are talented, but the guys around them aren't benefiting off their talent. They're not playing better. And so it's like, man, homie can hoop, but like, man, the guys around him, like, they ain't, I'm not really seeing.
And it doesn't help him being out of the lineup so much either.
Well, I don't think that matters. I just think that his style of play, because the only thing he can do is just go downhill. That's it. So
and left at that.
So he's limited. So yeah, he's gonna get some buckets and fouls. He's going downhill, but it's hard to play off of that when you dribble handoff. He's going downhill. Dribble handoff. He's going downhill. He don't have a jump shot. He don't have nothing.
Yeah, it's all to the rim.
everything is to the rim. He can't space the floor for his teammates. So like when CJ got the ball, like
Spacing is
Zion,
bad.
and so especially when they play in the center, you got Zion and the center just sitting in there, which make it tough for driving the ball because you got two bigs sitting in there. It's already tough when one big sitting in there, but now you got another one sitting in there, and he can't space the floor. Zion's not going to go to the corner and space the floor and be able to, knock that three down.
You're going to hang around the block.
And if you're a four in this league, man, and you can't shoot, man, it's going to be tough for your team to really win.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line, man. When you look at teams who compete for championships, look at their four men. He can space.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Is he tradable at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what you might want from him, you might not be able to get, but he's definitely tradable.
So you think it's the market for him? That's what I mean by, because I know if I was a GM, I wouldn't touch him.
Man, them little markets would be swinging to get him. You know how much fun basketball it would be for him to go to the Hornets with LaMelo?
Yeah, for about 5 to 10 games, and then you're gonna be sitting over there.
Well, hey, that's what comes with it. But he really wants to be in a big market.
Yeah,
he wants to be in a bigger market than New Orleans. So he was trying to get to Dallas. He was trying to get to New York. They wasn't
Tibbs
really
ain't having that.
Tibbs gonna run you in the dirt, so he definitely gonna be hurt. When the Knicks get to the playoffs, they be done.
They be on E, boy.
Boy, they be like, we got more basketball. They be done, boy.
They be on E.
They play so hard, and they play so many minutes.
It'd be so unnecessary, man.
That I'll be like, bro, ain't no way this team is gonna be worth anything come postseason, and it never fails. Every postseason come, they either run out of gas or they got everybody hurt.
Facts.
It never fails. Tibbs has been doing this since he had D Rose. He will run in the dirt. D Rose came off an ACL injury, and Tibbs, this man fresh off of ACL, Tibbs ran this man out here and ran this man in the dirt. You talking about your life expectancy with Tibbs is short.
Ooh.
If you want a long career, don't play.
Stay away from Tibbs. Stay away from Tibbs.
They play hard in the regular season, but they play hard. New York, they gonna play hard.
They tough to beat.
They gonna scrap. Like if you come there and you ain't looking to play hard, they gonna run you out the gym.
Facts.
Just off of sheer effort. They just gonna play hard, man. But when they get to the playoffs and them little old rotations you've been running, them little 7-man, 8-man rotations.
Everybody is running 9 to 10.
And then the guys you're running with, they playing heavy minutes.
You just run out of gas, man.
Like we seen it last year, man. They ran out of gas, and then you had several guys hurt. And so it's like, man, that's just Tibbs, though. He's been doing that. Like, he just that's what he's been known for. It's almost like D'Antoni. He's known for not playing no defense.
Defense is fun.
D'Antoni said he don't need no defense
until you get to this postseason, and then no defense
stop
get
nobody.
You booted.
Stop nobody, right out of there. Especially when that game slow down. That's what's gonna make this Mavericks team very dangerous. Because when the game slow down and you have to get stops, this team is built for that.
For that, right? That's for sure. So, what is Zion got? 2 years left on his deal, roughly?
think so. He just recently signed it though. Let me see.
I know they put the weight clause in there. That was like 2 years ago.
Let me pull his contract up. Zion Williamson. Let's see here, guys.
Let's see,
Let's go
he may have an
down.
opt out year too. So
Now Zion got 3 more years after this year, and then he's an unrestricted free agent.
and he don't have no
So
opt out. He don't have
and
no opt out year.
no, he was unrestricted free agent in 2028.
Man, it's gonna be hard to trade, bro.
So, and his contract goes up as
Every
the
year.
years go. So this year
That's
he's making 36 million, over 36 million.
mm-hmm.
Next year he's making over 39 million. Then the year following he's making over 42. And then his last year in the contract he's making over 44.
Again, I ask you, is that tradable?
I told you, ain't no winning team gonna take it. But like, yeah, some teams out here that are struggling for sure.
And he don't have no trade clause or nothing like that, right?
No.
So
Like he got a really good team friendly deal because they got a lot of stipulations in that inside their contract.
And I doubt if he do make them because just the games alone is gonna probably get him. Nah, that wouldn't. Yeah, man. Maybe Charlotte or somebody, man.
Brooklyn might.
Brooklyn or Washington, maybe. But yeah, I think for them to actually be able to utilize the talent that they do have, they got to move Zion, man.
I mean,
he's bogging down. And then you still got DeJounte Murray over there too. So it's like,
yeah,
bro,
he's out for the season because he broke his hand or something.
Broke his hand, yeah. So I'm just saying, you have talent. It's not like you deprive the talent.
You have talent. Now they just don't have a superstar.
Yeah.
And a superstar, guys, is not just a guy who can put up numbers. A superstar is a guy who can carry a franchise.
Yeah, night in, night out.
Night in, night out. These guys I got with me, I can make them better. And this team can get on my back and we can go places. Mm-hmm. That's a superstar.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're gonna be in the rut for a minute.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, cause we might not be too far behind.
No, we are. Like, we already know our fate. Like I said, unless we luck up on a franchise player, that's gonna be our fate.
Nico already talking about, like, in 3-4 years he's gonna be out of there.
He's gonna be out of there.
That's what he's talking about.
So you already know what's going on. You already know, the writing on the wall. So like I said, unless we luck up on a franchise player, man, that's young, man, we're gonna be closer to the same boat, man.
I mean, for sure, man. But man, we shall see, man. Ride with the team, man. Mavericks look like they have potential, man. If we can get some guys back, I know they said they're gonna reevaluate AD in 2 weeks, and we can somehow hold up for 2 weeks, getting AD back. I don't know the word out on Lively. I heard Dwight Powell is now practicing. So
come on, Powell.
Like, I know we've been hard on the Dwight Powell, but shoot, we taking anything right now. We just need bodies.
Facts.
Point blank period.
Facts. We'll take you and take you out there, let you get socked in the face a few times.
Hey, I take him over Kelly any day. So
absolutely. Absolutely. That's for sure.
So, but I like the Moses Brown pickup. He's just what we need. Just get in the way, man.
Man. And there's something to be said about Jaden Hardy is not even touching the court.
He's not even sniffing the court.
That man is.
He might well just took his shoes off and just slid them under his chair.
Come out there in your slides, man, your Crocs.
Man, he should just had his socks out and just stretch his feet out on the court. You know how you stretch your feet out? You stretch your feet out
Feet out.
and just put
Can I-
them Nikes right underneath
Right.
your seat.
See, and then you ain't gonna need these tonight.
You gonna need them.
He can
He
take
might
your
want
uniform out and put it right back on the hanger.
he might want not even put no shorts on his windbreaker. He might want not just put nothing on there. No jersey, no nothing. Because if anybody plays, it's gonna be Brandon Williams.
Facts. And he's actually been productive when he got in there.
He's been hooping. So like,
Boy, you talking about buried? This guy
and
has
it's only
been
gonna get
buried.
worse
It's
as
only gonna
everybody
get
come
worse.
back
Yeah, healthy.
healthy. Like you just
Facts.
not gonna see the floor. And then Max Christie comes in and he just really solidifies.
He's hooping. Like he's deserving of the minutes he's getting.
Everybody is contributing. Besides Spencer. Like Spencer is up and down.
Right.
Now I would have rather play somebody other than Spencer tonight. Either Brandon Williams or for heck, even Jaden Hardy. You know.
Well,
like
at least
Spencer,
you know for sure Jaden Hardy gonna get you something.
Like if he playing, he can score.
Yeah.
Like Spencer was just out there just chunking up shots. And I'm like, dude, stop. Like you're actually killing us. Like you're actually hurting us. Are you air rocking these things? Or they coming off the other side of the glass?
Yeah, man.
You know, but man, we shall see. This team is scrapping. They fighting, man. If they can somehow get out of this spot into a 6 seed. Now, I will say this. I feel sorry for any of those top seeds that's gonna run into this Mavericks team in the playoffs.
And I hope we get Houston.
Any of these top teams, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Thunder. I don't care if you're Houston, Memphis, whoever's up there. If you don't want the Mavericks to be in the bottom 7 or 8 seed,
smash the gas on you.
Because if you're Thunder and you're number 1 seed and you run into the Mavericks at the 8 seed, you're gonna get bounced in the first round.
Smashing the gas on you.
And they're gonna bust that team up. Because they're not gonna pay everybody not to continue to get bounced.
As it is. That just say for the sake of argument that did happen. Okay, see. Would you like anybody off that team in Dallas? I mean, I know I know SGA ain't going nowhere. He's going to be there. I saw outside of him.
J-Dub, and I'm a fan of Cason Wallace. He's a Dallas native.
Yeah.
So like I'm a fan. I've been a fan of him since he played for Richardson.
Yeah. Our dad put us on Cason Wallace there. He actually thought we was going to draft him.
So I've been a fan of his for a while. And he has good potential, man. He already can shoot. He already can play good defense. So his potential of expanding his game is huge. But like J-Dub, those guys, but there's gonna be a lot of guys that they're going to probably move around and redo some things with. Because a lot of those contracts are coming up.
Yeah, I think J-Dub's coming up pretty soon here. He's still on his rookie deal, so
J-Dub, Chet will be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those guys, man, they just not gonna be forking over big time money, and y'all can't get past the second round.
Facts.
Bounce.
Was it 2 years in a row now? They've been bounced like that. 3 years.
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row, and then if it happens again before, so yeah, it's gonna be hard.
If it happens this year and they don't get past second round, like you can't fault ownership for saying, "Well, I don't want to pay for that." Like, evidently, this team ain't got what it takes to do it. Evidently, So
yeah, and so yeah, SGA already got his money, so he's not going nowhere.
I mean, he's the franchise, so like you'd be stupid to move him. You just got to try to find a better way to build around him. And I think that what they would need to do is just, I like J-Dub, SGA would need a better co-star.
Do you think he needs more of just like a slasher or just a spot up guy almost?
And I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you exactly what OKC needs. OKC needs a playmaker. SGA is an
He's not
ISO
that.
king.
Yeah.
When he goes, he's looking to get in his bag, get to the midi, get to the floater. They need somebody who can get close to 10 assists a game.
So they
So
need
like
a
when
true
when
they need
when
a true
S,
point guard.
when SGA is off the floor, they need someone who can facilitate because they have a bunch of shooters. Need
Mm-hmm.
someone that can facilitate and actually
Utilize.
utilize the weapons that you actually have. Because like you have all these guys who can flat out shoot the ball. Like you got Isaiah Joe, you got Lou Dort, you got J Dub sitting there, you got Shet, and they just kind of like sitting there, like
Mm-hmm.
and watching Shea just
Do his thing, and that's it.
you know,
Yeah.
versus a guy who could break down the defense and actually utilize these guys. And so I think that would be very, very beneficial for them to find a guy of that magnitude that can just flat out just play make. And it was Josh Giddey, but he just couldn't freaking shoot.
Keep his hands to himself either.
Like, yeah, he like to play around. But he was like people don't understand like how critical he was for that team, like
He was.
because of his playmaking ability. Now he did get exposed to the playoffs because he just couldn't shoot. But if he had a consistent jump shot, like he is ideal for
Yeah.
that team because his ability to be able to run the pick and roll, his
I guess,
ability.
I guess if they were smart, they could have went and got Ben Simmons.
That's gonna be another liability because in the playoffs, team's just not gonna guard him, and that's what happened to Josh Giddey. Like when we played Thunder last year in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
like we just didn't guard Giddey.
Yeah, we turned that back on him.
Like whatever he made, he just made. Like if he made 2 or 3 threes, like we'll live with that.
Yeah.
But we just knew that he wasn't gonna kill us from the 3-point line. We just knew he couldn't beat us there. Now, OKC, they tried the same strategy, but PJ Washington them beat them. They was hitting 27 points, 28 points. And so they were like, well, we can't do that, because can't continue to leave them open because they are hitting these at a high clip. And that's what they needed Giddey to do. So that way they can stay home, and that way it'll be more difficult to defend.
Right.
And you can justify having him on the court. And so, but they need the playmaking ability of somebody who can come in and just flat out just get everybody involved. It don't matter how much talent you have. Like if you can't get everybody involved, like it don't matter. Like you need to be able to have a point guard who can facilitate and get everybody involved.
Right.
So that's where, like a Draymond Green, like one of his sole purposes is to make sure everybody gets involved. That's not Steph's purpose. That's not none of those guys' purpose. His job is to facilitate that thing. And where somebody's open, his job is to get the ball there.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. He made a living off of it.
Yeah, that's
he took a lesser role and made money off that. For those who don't remember Draymond when he came in, Draymond could actually score the ball. They asked him, hey, if you want to play here, we need you to do this. We don't need you to score. Because at the time you had Clay, Curry, you had Sean Livingston, Barbosa. Later, Andre Iguodala later came. You had David Lee. You had all these guys who could score.
Yeah.
And so it's like, brother, we don't need you to do that. If you want to see the floor, we need you to defend, and we need you to be able to play make. And he reluctantly, but he took the role, and the rest is history.
12, 13 years later,
he made a living off of doing that. He gonna make it to the Hall of Fame off of doing that. So that's what OKC needs. They need a guy who can just flat out just play make.
Yeah.
But we shall see, man. We're gonna be here every step of the way. You know, you guys tune in with us, man. Continue to rock with us, man. The Mavericks are finding a way to win. Timberwolves lost tonight. We definitely needed that to happen because we're on their trails for that 7 seed.
Yes, sir.
So they lost tonight, man. Against the Rockets.
Yeah, we tie record.
So we're tied. So we will see how this shakes up. They play the Thunder next, so hey, that's favorable for us.
And we play Golden State Sunday.
We play Golden State, so
early game. I think it's like what 2:30.
2:30.
So
we play Golden State 2:30. For sure. And yeah, for sure. So we play in Golden State, and then we play Lakers. So that's gonna be 2 really emotional road games. Emotional in the Golden State because like we need to win.
Mm-hmm.
And
they retiring Iggy's jersey that day too. So
then we go to LA. And it's the first time. We'll see now if Luka plays. I know he's been dealing with the injury, so
yeah, I think he's gonna play for this.
But he hasn't been doing too well, man. They said his the coaches said he's still in shock. Like when they try to talk to him about it or whatever, he just really don't know what to say. They asked him, "Is he all right?" And Luka like, yeah, whatever. But they can tell that he's just mentally,
he's just not.
He's just not there. Like
that's what someone interviewed Dirk. I think it was either today or yesterday, and they asked him about it, and Dirk was just like, he just in shock. He thought he was going to end his career the same way I did. Being with one team, and he just said he just can't wrap his head around it right now, man.
He's not mentally, and so I think that's going to hurt the Lakers this year. I think next year he'll be better, but this year I just think they're just not going to have Luka being who we know Luka to be, simply because of mental. Like he's just mentally not there.
Yeah, because I caught a couple of games that he's played in since he's been back, and you could just he's not Luka right now. Just his usual aggressiveness, his just the way he goes about the game is just different.
Like his aura of how he carries himself,
it's just
he don't look confident at all. Like normally he carries himself as if he's like the best player on the floor. When they played the other night, he was hoping shots was going in. He was just like,
yeah, it was almost looked like when he played in the All-Star game where he kind of just.
Well, it wasn't like that because he was actually trying. You could just tell that he's not confident and he's just not mentally there.
It's just,
like he don't feel like, like it just take a while for him to feel like I'm on this team and what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah. And then, let alone LA is a culture shock, bro.
I mean, it's a culture shock, but it's more so a shock because when you living as if I'm untouchable, like he thinking like this is my franchise.
I mean, the league thought that everybody
did. Like
if ain't nobody else is untouchable, Luka's untouchable.
Like, this is my franchise. Like you're not thinking like, and people don't understand. Like he doesn't know a lot about America. Like he didn't grow up here. So Dallas is pretty much all he really knows. So for you to be moved and away across the country into a totally different culture, it's like, and then to feel like you've been abandoned, or to feel like, and then hear what the stuff the ownership is saying about you, like throwing mud on your
Lies.
name,
Yeah.
everything, like,
Man,
talking about the front office was scared of Luka and all kind of crazy stuff. It's like, what?
and I got something to pick with Shannon Sharp about that, man. Cause he took that and he ran with that. And even when it came out on what they did in regards to his injury, he still took that and ran that.
Well, he trying to get clicks. So
It's like, cause Ocho's like, bro, it's like, you got this superstar here is 25 years old, led the league in scoring, superstar, and you trade him for what you say was the issues for somebody, and then you trade him for somebody who has all these injury issues and then got hurt on the first game back. That makes sense.
well,
I mean, we know behind the scenes why they did it, but
it was just a clean up PR stunt, because that's all they had to go off of, because they didn't really expect for it to be this big. They didn't expect for it to be this big, especially from the front. They just didn't expect it. They expected maybe some sadness, but they wasn't expecting protest. I can guarantee you they wasn't expecting like protesting. They wasn't expecting none of this. Like, they just wasn't expecting it.
I mean, none of us are GMs or front office guys. But when you trade a top 3 player that's 25 years old, that just led the league in scoring and was in the finals, nobody has ever has done that in history. What, like, literally, what did they think was going to happen?
It just wasn't. It wasn't thinking that. They was thinking ownership didn't want to pay him, and Nico told the truth at first before they tried to come back and change it. Because Nico said, well, we was concerned because his contract was coming up and other teams were going to be bidding on him. And we didn't want to be in a bidding war and have to pay more than what his contract, and have to pay him the full amount of that max. So he was going to be eligible to get 350 something million.
Mm-hmm.
But Dallas only wanted to possibly pay him 200 million. But they know if other teams get into the bid, they're gonna be forced to pay him
that 350.
That 350. And so he's saying, well, we didn't want to get into that thing. That was the truth. That's why they traded Luka Doncic.
I'm sorry. When you got a top 3 player that's 25 years old.
But listen to the New Orleans commentating tonight. He said, well, the guy top 3, like, why wouldn't you pay him? Like, why wouldn't you pay him?
Thank you.
Why wouldn't you give him the 350? Why not? He just took you to a finals.
Now, if he's not top 3 or top 5, I understand.
I mean, he just took you to a final. Why wouldn't he be worthy of it?
Wait, bro.
But that's the reason why they traded him, is because the ownership didn't want to pay that full max. And that's Nico. When Nico did the press conference and he said that was the truth. Now they decided to come out with other stuff because the PR was getting too bad, because people were saying, man, that's stupid. Like, he's worth it. Like, why wouldn't you do it? You know how many teams are reaching for a star like that? And so when they heard that, they were like, well, it was a lot of other stuff too. He overweight, and he didn't want to train, and people in the front office were scared of him. And then all this hoopla started coming out. And it's like, where's this coming from?
You start putting mud on his name.
And so that's when Kyrie was like, man, all this unnecessary criticism needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I understand feelings are involved. I understand, emotions are high. But the unnecessary criticism is where things get out of control. you know, because you're so busy trying to justify your move that you're overly criticizing this guy.
Yeah.
And I think that even stunk even worse because Luka, like, man, they really.
Yeah, I think that was like really kind of like just like
They really
y'all traded
don't.
me, then
They really don't like me.
yeah.
Because not only did you trade me, but now you're doing everything you can do to destroy my character or to destroy who I am. And I didn't say nothing bad about y'all.
Mm-mm.
When they kept asking, they kept trying to trigger him in the media to say something bad.
Mm-mm.
He wouldn't say it. He just said, you know, I appreciate the fans. They always been good to me. You know, they always supported me when I came here, you know, 19 years old. This is all I knew. And the fans, you know, they watched me grow up.
Right.
And so, but you can just see his demeanor. Like anybody who know anything about psychology, you can just read a guy and you can see his demeanor. His head is down for
He
most of
shook.
the interview. His shoulders are slumped. He's kind of sunken in his chair. Like he just really don't want to be there.
And then you see he try to get himself up, but it's not there.
He just don't want to be there. And I think the best thing would be for him is just to sit out for the rest of the year. Just for a mental health standpoint. Like people don't understand how serious mental health is.
Health is, yeah.
Like he can go into a serious deep depression.
Yeah. His whole world just
your whole world been flipped upside down.
Yeah.
And the one people that you thought had your back ain't got your back.
And they throwing mud on you.
And they throwing mud on your name. So, you know, I think it would be best for him to sit out for mental health reasons because clearly his mental health is just not there. He's just not there. But you know, we wish him the best. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
We're hoping that the Mavericks can pull off a miracle towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully more news come out about all the injured guys we have, man. We got some news about AD. Hopefully something come out about Lively. They're real quiet on him. Hopefully they don't drop a bomb on us like, oh, he's out for the rest of the year. You know, they like to do that, you know. So it's like,
watch out.
So hopefully that doesn't happen, man. But you know, these guys are scrapping, man. So we're gonna support. We're gonna support the team, man. We're gonna be there. We're gonna watch. We're gonna ride with them. Man, continue to rock with us, man. Continue to ride with us, man. Keep hope alive, man. Keep hope alive. We're gonna continue to fight. We're gonna continue to ride with the Mavs, man. Until the ship go off, until the ship go down, or until they move the team. They move the team, we ain't riding no more.
That's all we got, man.
That's it. That's all we got, man. Go Mavs, man. Lock in with us, man. Until next time. Peace out.